years ago, a couple of decades ago, as a lover of jazz and bossa nova music, a lot of it, not all coming out of Brazil, um, I encountered this word saudade, and
Mhm.
as a lover of words, as a book publisher for such a long time, when I stumble over a word that I don't know what it means, I can't just read over it.
Hmm.
I have to know, what does that mean. And so I began an exploration, more than 2 decades ago, of this Portuguese word,
Hmm.
saudade. It came to me through music.
Hmm.
And so the music linked to the word, linked to the study about the word, which linguists say it's an untranslatable emotion. There's no direct English equivalent for
Hmm.
saudade. But those who have wrestled with it generally land on this English notion of longing.
Yeah.
And so I began journaling, I began pondering longing, uh, what what's stirring throughout the course of my leadership. I mean, from a
Hmm.
very young age, I owned my own business in the 1980s, a
Hmm.
bookstore, and then all the years in publishing. And so I began to journal and contemplate about the longings resident in my own soul. And so I just began to write for myself. Because I worked in book publishing, I knew how hard it was, A, to get published, and once you do, to have the book sell, to a sufficient extent for a publisher. And so I wasn't necessarily thinking about publishing the book. I just knew that I needed to write about
Hmm.
saudade, write about
Hmm.
the language resident in my soul.